Assalamualaikum and hi. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Anis Adila binti Zakaria. My metric number is 267991. Okay, today I would like to present about issues and challenge affordable housing among middle income in Malaysia. Issues and challenge of affordable housing among middle income in Malaysia. For the introduction, housing form is one of basic human needs. It also more generally living space referred to building, assigning collective use of house or building to protect people. The objective is, for the first one is a particularly low income group to affordable shelter and related facilities, and for the second one is to emphasize the human settlement through the provision to social services, and for the third one to make sure that among middle to low income have place. Furthermore, affordable housing also have issues. Issues is a high housing cost. It also will affect the health and well-being of residents. Next, we proceed to demands. They have a few factors, which is price, design, quality of house, location, and public facilities. Apart from that, so far the solution is Malaysia need to follow Singapore public housing system, which is the step is single affordable housing agencies, build demand-driven homes, introduce grant and subsidies. Affordable housing also have trend, which is increasing population, high urbanization rates, and rising the economy. I will proceed to the effect of affordable housing, which is in factor buying a house, safety and security, and also the social relationship and interaction. Lastly, the conclusion that we can include is housing affordability are very important to improve our housing policy.
People are struggling more than ever to pay for a decent, affordable home. Making housing more accessible would help reduce poverty and inequality. People spend a larger share of their budgets on housing than almost anything else. 22% of household spending on average. And good quality, affordable housing has become increasingly out of reach for those on low incomes, young people, families with children, and seniors. People are spending much more on housing than they used to, while the cost of food, clothing, leisure, transport, health, or communications has been stable or falling. Housing prices have increased dramatically in many OECD countries, especially for renters, where prices have risen sharply over the past decade. Part of the reason is that government investment in housing has dropped by more than a half since the early 2000s, and the supply of affordable housing has failed to keep up with demand. At the same time, public spending on housing assistance to those in need has grown in many countries. Low-income households are especially overburdened by housing costs, defined as spending more than 40% of disposable income on mortgage or rent. On average across the OECD, 1 in 3 low-income tenants in the private rental market are overburdened with housing costs. In New Zealand, Israel, Chile, and the United Kingdom, more than half of all low-income private renters are spending over 40% of their disposable income on housing costs. Young adults are hit hard by the lack of affordable housing. They are most likely to still be living with their parents and struggling to become homeowners. The largest shares of youth living with their parents are recorded in Italy, Greece, and the Slovak Republic, followed by Ireland, Slovenia, Spain, and Portugal. The OECD collects data from over 40 countries in its affordable housing database, part of continuing efforts to work with governments to develop better housing policies for better lives.